Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. Next looking Thursday morning. How many of you have adopted children? I have a nephew and his wife. They have adopted, my goodness, 5 children, I think?
Yes.
5 children, 3 of them from that are siblings,
yes.
Biological siblings.
Wonderful.
I'm naming them, and I really should name many, many more, and I'm going to leave them all out, and probably it's better to do so we can get on with the interview. But it is an amazingly loving thing to do. And you see it. I mean, as soon as you go into the house, it's a house filled with love. Children and parents, it's like any other family that has love in it. It's really no different, except for the fact that you realize that those children might not have had that circumstance if somebody didn't say, you know what, I am willing to adopt that child, right? Bill Blacquiere is on the phone. He's the president and CEO of Bethany Christian Services, which is a global nonprofit family preservation and child welfare agency. There's a campaign called NOW, N-O-W, and it stands for No One Without. It's an initiative promoting foster care adoption to help ensure that no child goes without a loving family. I grew up next to a foster family, by the way. When I was a kid, I remember they had lots of babies and very young children that would be there temporarily.
Yeah.
And one of their temporary foster children was adopted by them.
Oh, nice.
And in fact became, he has their last name. He went on to become like a fire chief up in New York somewhere. It's amazing to see stories like that. November is National Adoption Month. Bill Blacquiere. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Larry. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to talk about children who need families.
I need to thank you. I think you're making the world a lot better place. We just entertain. We do a little tap dance every now and then. Where are you right now?
Well, I'm located in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is our headquarters. However, we do have offices, 2 offices in Florida. Bethany we're in 36 states. We have over 100 offices in the United States. And, our focus is on helping children be part of a family and to help families make sure that they can retain their children and can remain an intact family.
Yeah. In my mind, a child is a child is a child. And what I mean by that is if you go to China to adopt a child, some people will sometimes say, why don't you adopt an American child? But still, for that child, regardless of where that child came from, we assume that the adopted family provides a much, much better life than that child would have had otherwise. So in my mind, there is no nationality associated with a child. That's a child,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we couldn't agree with you more, Larry. I mean, the number one desire of every child, regardless of the age, is to be part of a family. And so whether that child's, as you mentioned, China or some other country or from the continent of Africa or here in the United States foster care system, it's just very important that families reach out and adopt those children.
Is it more difficult for Americans to adopt children in general and than in other countries? For some reason?
No, not really. Now, I think what I should say, in private adoption, where a lot of families are interested in infants or toddlers, there is a wait for those children. However, these children that we're talking about in foster care, and there's over 100,000 children available for adoption, these children are waiting for a family. And they range in age, I'll say maybe from 8 years of age through 15 years of age. And that's what we're encouraging families to adopt. And I thank you for sharing your personal stories, because adoption is very successful. And I think a lot of times people think, well, if you adopt an older child, it's not going to work out. And we hear all these stories about all the problems, and that's really not the case.
And oh boy, the nephew I referenced, some of the children he adopted were a little bit older, maybe 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They just recently adopted a newborn baby, by the way, as well. And so the bottom line is they have a happy life. I mean, the parents are blessed by the children are blessed by the parents. It's just a win-win for everybody in that circumstance.
Is there a fear between the between the parents that want to adopt the children, that once they start the proceedings and get close to the child and the child gets close to them, that the child's biological parents is going to come up out of the woodwork and take them away?
Well, I think, Robin, there are some of those myths out there, but the children in the United States foster care system that are available for adoption, their parental rights have been terminated by the court, and they've been through, if there is, an appeal process. So these children are free for adoption, and there would be no threat of the biological parent coming back in to claim them or disrupt the adoption. So that's another myth that families may have, as well as a cost. A lot of families think, well, adoption is very expensive. Children adopted out of foster care, there's actually no cost, or maybe some just minimal cost to doing that.
So what role does Bethany Christian Services play?
Well, we play several roles. One role is that we have children available that we serve through foster care that are available for adoption, as well as every state has a photo listing of children available for adoption, and we will assist families by preparing them, studying them, providing the necessary training, and helping them get matched with one of those children. And then it isn't like we leave the family alone. After that, we make available education, training, and are there to help. And we have a contact center that's available 12 hours a day for families to call us from 8 in the morning till 8 in the evening. And if needs be, we'll get in touch with them even after that.
Just using my nephew as a reference again, one of his older children is actually grown and married already, and he recently reconnected, I think, with his biological sister and I think his biological brother as well. And in both cases, his dad, his adopted dad, went with him, to meet the two people that he reconnected with. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if it was social media or something else. Does Bethany Christian Services provide that information if it's desired, if there's a wish to reconnect with somebody biologically connected that maybe have been that was separated?
Yes, we do provide that service. And, what I need to point out, unless the adopted child is an adult, there are some restrictions on what information we can make available, and that's also from the biological parent. But when both parties are saying we're interested in meeting, we will help with facilitating that process and provide whatever counseling or intervention is needed to make that happen. And as you described, lots of times the adoptive family is part of that because they're happy for their child to see some of their roots and where they came from. And it in no way threatens the relationship that the adopted child has with their adoptive family.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that you're absolutely true. There's a sense of security. I mean, love is it. I mean, love does that. You become aware that you're never going to break this bond, and so I have nothing to fear.
You have a list of famous people that have been adopted. Dante Culpepper is on your list, and he actually lives in our community. He graduated from Vanguard High School here before he went to the NFL. So, it's people of all walks of life are adopted.
Right, and so during Adoption Month, which is an opportunity for organizations like Bethany to really market that children need families, and part of that is to say, here are some really famous people who have been adopted, and to make it a normalizing the process.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming on, Bill, but I mostly appreciate what you're doing. I think, as I said in the beginning, I'm not kidding. I think you really make the world a better place. What can our listeners do to learn more about Bethany specifically? Is there a website?
There is, and it is simply Bethany.org. And if they go to our website, they can find out information about adoption, about other services that could help these families, and really encourage people to explore that, as well as we offer information meetings around the country where they can learn more about adoption. There's no obligation. And I would say to them, if Bethany is not in your area, type in and search adoption, and agencies as well as public agencies will come up and really encourage families to make sure every child has a loving family.
All right, absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Bethany.org, again, is the website. Bill Blacquiere, thank you for taking time out of your day to be with us, and stay warm up there in Grand Rapids. I bet it's getting cold right about now.
Well, it is, and they even are predicting a few snow flurries on Halloween. So, yeah.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Really? See, I was trying to rub it in, but the truth is I'm jealous. I want to see a little snow. All right. Thank you, Bill. All right, we'll be right back.
Larry and Robin. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Some fog patches this morning, otherwise sunshine mixing with clouds today and warm. Watch out for a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon, the high 82 to 86. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy with a shower or thunderstorm in the area. Those will range from the upper 50s in the northwest part of the zone to 66 in the southeast part. And for tomorrow, becoming partly sunny with lower humidity, the highs in the upper 70s to near 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. I'd like to invite you to stop by and see our new boutique area and meet our staff of professional stylists. Here at Hello Gorgeous, we are ready to update your look with the latest trends. It's the perfect time to brighten up your look, so make your appointment now for those highlights and Brazilian blowout. But don't stop there. We are a full-service salon offering manicures, pedicures, and facials also. So if you've been searching for a salon to call your own, come and see us at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located at 48 South Magnolia Avenue in downtown Ocala, right next to the Marion Theater. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Looking for a breath of fresh air in assisted living? Camelot Chateau provides compassionate resident care, 3 excellent chef-prepared meals a day, and an engaging activities program ensuring a more fulfilling life. With Camelot's reasonable rates, you can afford to give yourself a break from cooking, housekeeping, and laundry and have a breath of fresh air. Camelot Chateau is close to shopping, restaurants, and that all-important health care. Call 629-6077 to schedule a visit. Proud supporter of the Alzheimer's Association.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Avoid fried food during the flu season. It's loaded with unhealthy saturated fats which suppress our resistance to infectious disease. So instead of fried, go for food that's steamed or grilled. We should all get in the habit of carrying a package of alcohol wipes when we travel and cleaning every surface near our seat before we start touching anything. Next time you need to calm your frazzled nerves or beat back a case of the blues, try this. Eat some cantaloupe.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to